The process of comprehending text is very complex and encompasses many different skills. Comprehension includes much more than just decoding the words. Jeff Wilhelm tells us that comprehension always attends to what is coded or written in the text, but it also depends upon the reader's background experiences, purposes, feelings, and needs of the moment. Expert readers co-construct meaning with the text. Think of comprehension as a partnership. Both the text and the reader must bring something to the table in order for comprehension to happen. Students must be taught strategies that require them to interact with the text. This video provides an example of a framework that supports comprehension before reading, during reading, and after reading. The skills and activities the teachers have chosen require the students to interact with the text using their personal experiences, opinions, and feelings about the topic. You will also notice that the lesson follows the gradual release of responsibility model. The teachers in this video are very involved in the instruction during the first and second activities. As the lesson progresses, you will notice they remove themselves from the center of learning and slowly put the responsibility back on the students during small group work and then finally independent work. In the upcoming video, co-teachers Mrs. Agresti and Mrs. Giuliano do a great job of engaging students in an activity designed to activate their students' background knowledge in preparation for reading a short story. Building or activating background knowledge is not only an effective way to support comprehension before reading, it is also a strategy that students must master to get past just the literal understanding of the text. Notice how the teachers guide students in making connections between their life experiences and what they are about to read.
Let's look at the meme on the board.
The meme, right up here, guys. It says, people in the 60s, I better not say that or the government will wiretap my house. People today, hey, wiretap, do you have a recipe for pancakes? So what you guys are going to do is respond to the question, what is this meme saying about the advancement of technology? So give us just a quick 1 or 2 sentence response in your notebook. We'll come around and check that.
Okay, who would like to share? Yes, Foster.
The advancement of technology in this meme is that technology is digging deeper into people's lives.
Okay.
So digging deeper into people's lives, in what way?
Personal information.
Okay, so what device is in that picture, in that meme that we're seeing there?
Alexa.
An Alexa. Also, isn't it like an Amazon Echo? Is that the same, pretty similar device? So everybody in this room is familiar with that, right?
Okay, so real quick, who here touched on the fact that when you ask the wiretap a question and they answered you, is that a privacy issue?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Did anybody touch on that in their quick write? Because that's what we're going to get into that a little bit. Okay.
It is important for students to build background knowledge so that they're able to make better connections to what they're reading. When we think about students that are from different cultures, different countries, different backgrounds, especially our special education students, building that background knowledge helps them really make a connection with the text that they're reading. It allows them to make better inferences. When we're thinking about vocabulary, words that they might not know or understand, if we're giving them a little bit before we read, it helps them understand and make a better connection to the text.
As with all comprehension strategies, during reading activities must be explicitly taught, modeled, and practiced many times so that students begin to use the strategies unconsciously. In the next segment, Mrs. Agresti and Mrs. Giuliano ask students to practice annotating text, a strategy they have been using most of the school year. The teachers set the purpose for reading and explain why it is important to use the targeted strategy. As the students read, they make notes and highlight information to help them understand how the author uses dystopian elements.
In front of you guys, you have a short story called The Perfect Match. This is a dystopian short story. So what you guys are going to be doing today, your purpose is to be looking for these dystopian elements. I want you guys to pull out that information from the text using your reading strategies. So you're going to be going through and highlighting information. Yes, this is for you to write all over. I want you to annotate it.
So what is the one thing that we know Tilly keeps telling him over and over again? Coupons. Okay, so she suggests that he use a coupon. So we don't know if that coupon thought process is from, they're trying to, get them to use a certain product, or is it something larger? Somebody, could it be something larger? What could it be an example of, Brandon?
Major corporations collaborating with Centillion, which is pretty much Amazon, which is already really happening. With the coupons, not only do the small businesses that give the coupons make money, Centillion is also making money from the small businesses paying for them to use the coupons, if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
So it's really about money here.
So does Tilly really want him to save money? Or is she trying to get him to go to a certain store or use a certain product?
Adrian, what did you just say?
Basically waste money. Just basically waste money.
Okay.
So you think that Tilly's manipulating him to go a certain route? Awesome.
Because she keeps saying he has a coupon, so he spend money.
Right.
Katie?
I found a part of manipulation when he's asked her to turn herself off.
Oh, yeah.
And she says, in order to make the best life recommendations, I need you to have complete knowledge of you. If you shut me out of part of your life, my recommendations won't be as accurate.
Okay, so she tells him that she has to have a complete knowledge of everything he does. So what does that say to you?
Invasion of privacy.
So we get back to the privacy issue, right?
One of the things we're working on right now is the dystopian genre. So we really wanted them to find those dystopian elements within the text. When it comes to using annotating strategies, that's something that our students are very comfortable with. We've modeled it and practiced it throughout the year. So we were very comfortable with allowing them to use the annotations to find those dystopian elements, as well as the figurative language and those unknown vocabulary words to help support their understanding.
After the students have read the text and used the strategy of annotating text with teacher guidance, the teachers ask the students to work collaboratively in groups and use the evidence they found to answer a question related to the short story. Notice how the teachers project the Google document for all students to see. This provides extra support for students with disabilities that affect their auditory processing or memory.
You're going to go into the Google Classroom. This activity is going to require you guys to work in a group. So we're going to number you off. Y'all will be group 1, group 2. So you guys are going to respond to the question associated with the group number that I just gave you, okay?
Okay, question 2. Are you 2?
Yes.
Do you think the benefits of using technology outweigh the risks?
So you guys are question 4.
Think about it.
How does privacy in the story relate to privacy in real life? Is there such a thing as privacy?
Change for the convenience.
So decide who's going to type.
Are we one?
No, we're 4.
Y'all are 4.
And she's writing it.
Karen's typing it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So y'all discuss it. What do y'all think?
I think
We're 4,
in the
right?
story it says it pretty much just says it is controlling because
And we're on number 4.
Yeah.
How does privacy in the story relate to privacy in real life?
Privacy in real life, there's really not really that privacy in real life either.
So you think that some of the characteristics of the story are similar to what we see in our life now?
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Karen, you agreeing with that? Mm-hmm. Cool.
Complete sentences, Karen.
Yeah, make sure you're answering it, proving it, and explaining it.
There is no such thing as privacy in either real life and the story. In the story, privacy does not exist. In real life, the very little privacy that you have can be easily discovered. People can easily find out about your private life on social media platforms.
And it's really important that you understand these types of characteristics of a dystopian genre. We don't ever want to live in that type of world. Okay?
Right.
One of the things that's really important for my teaching partner and I is that when you walk into our classroom, you are not able to really tell the difference between our students with special needs and our regular education students. We have several ways that we support our students with disabilities in the classroom, and one of those ways is to bring technology in. When we bring technology into the classroom, we're able to have all of them using it, where our special education students have different tools in that technology they're using, such as the text-to-speech or predictive text, that allows them to really access the lesson, and their peers sitting next to them might not even know that they're using that tool to support their learning. We strongly believe that it is really important to teach to the rigor of the curriculum in order for our students to really show significant growth in their education and their learning.
Mrs. Agresti and Mrs. Giuliano closed the lesson using an independent activity called Ticket Out the Door. This strategy is used as closure for the lesson and as a formative assessment to identify student learning and skills requiring reteaching.
Very good, guys. Our last activity for today is a Padlet. It's going to be your exit ticket for you to leave us. We've already discussed dystopian elements. You guys have already pulled them out of the text. Now it's up to you independently on your Padlet. You're going to respond to the question, identifying the specific elements in the perfect match.
Yes.
So there is actually more to this story. There's a little bit more. I don't know if we told you guys that yet already. So I want somebody to make a prediction about what they think might happen next in the story. All right, Karen, go ahead. Give us your prediction.
I think that, like she said, that Sai is gonna stop using Tilly, and that he's gonna find out why Tilly was made, why she exists. Because Jenny told him that he was gonna learn the truth, so why she is what she is, and that he's gonna probably tell other people too, so that they are not being controlled by her anymore.
During this lesson, you saw students making connections between the text and their personal experiences, going back into the text to prove their thinking, talking with others to enhance and clarify their thoughts, and using information from the text to independently demonstrate their comprehension at a deep level. This level of comprehension does not happen if students do not interact with the text. A partnership has to develop between the reader and the text. Comprehension does not happen in isolation, as some students who struggle with comprehension sometimes believe. It is important that teachers show students how to create that partnership with the text, so they have the opportunity to experience the feeling of understanding an author's message at a deep, thought-provoking level.